Hello, it's me again, Jacob, and I'm here with another video. I'm in Job Corps right now. The center that I'm at is called Wolfcook Job Corps. I mean, it's not too horrible. I lived in worse living situations, but if you're underneath 25 and if you're caught up in something that you want to get out, go to Job Corps. And they will send you to the center that they think that will help you get out of that. Like, for example, let's say that you're in a gang and you wanted to get out of it. Instead of just like getting beaten up over it, trying to get a job corps because they'll help you out. And if you want job training, go to Job Corps, high school diploma, GED, go there because they'll help you out with both. Driver's license as well. I'm in culinary and I'm part-time education, part-time trade. They will help you out with first you're going to take a test. If you tape out on both, then you can just get out of education, go into GED, and just take your test and pass them. First you have pre-test and then you have the actual little test themselves. I passed science on my first try, and science is my weak point. But hey, I still passed, so I'm thankful for that. And job corps is a lot like high school. And just like anything else, you're going to have good days, bad days, and stuff like that. But just remember to stay strong. I mean, I'm in culinary not because I like to cook, because it's also because that is something that I need for what I want to do. I want to get into foster care. I'm very passionate about that for two reasons. Because one, I had cousins that was in the foster care system. They felt so unwanted that the oldest said that he was going to take a gun, shoot his younger brother and himself. And I strongly believe that no one should ever feel like that at all in their lives. And if it starts out if that kind of negative feeling starts out as a child, and they're still just kids, then if you ask me, chances of them possibly ending up as something worse than that is really high. And I believe the best way to influence the future is with the youth. And I'm not going to raise them the way that my parents raised me. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to raise my children the way I want to. Because I'm not my parents. I have my own style, just like everyone else. And I want to make sure that every child gets that loving bond from a parent. Yes, the bond might be stronger if they're biologically yours, but I believe they can get a bond that's just as strong, if not yet stronger, than that of them being biologically related to them. Because I'm very close with some friends of mine. I call them my sisters and brothers. And we're not biologically related at all. And then I have a nephew who we're not related at all, but I call him my nephew because he's my grandmother's foster grandson. She's not my biological grandmother. We're not related at all by blood, but I call her my grandmother because we're that close already. And I call that little boy my nephew because I love him as my nephew. I can't really say big brother because, come on, that sounds kind of creepy and weird, don't you think? And honestly, I think you can still have that bond that's just as strong, if not yet stronger, that you could possibly have with someone that's family. That you can still have that family bond, and it can be stronger, if not stronger than that of them being biologically related. I know I repeated myself on that one quite a bit of times, but still, I hope they get what I'm trying to say. I mean, I strongly encourage people to get into foster care for the right reasons, not for the paycheck. You're there to be a parent, and as a parent, you do not tell them how to live their lives. You're just a compass. Yes, you can tell them yes, no, and stuff like that, but you cannot tell them how to live their lives. You cannot tell them who to be. You can only tell, you're supposed to tell them to be you, and to them to be them. No one else, because that's who they are. If you don't like it, then that's their problem. I mean, again, you're a compass. That's all you are as a parent. And when I'm done with the job corps, I'm not sure what I want to do as a side job because I know that foster care won't pay the bills alone. I mean, I'm thinking about being a part-time teacher and going into business as my second trade. So that way I can be able to actually have something there as a teacher and be like, hey, I went to Job Corps for business, so I know how to do this stuff. But it's much more like being a receptionist there than anything, from what I hear. But hey, that's okay. Because I'm thinking about going to advanced training for both trades. That is why I'm in culinary for foster care, is because I need to learn how to cook good, delicious, and healthy meals properly. I mean, I'm a good cook alone, but I can improve and I want to improve on my cooking. I mean, my uncle, he's a gourmet chef, and he's the best chef that I know other than my mom. And cooking is a little bit like art, you know? You gotta mix things up in order to find what works and what doesn't. Because how does it think all of these recipes came to be? They certainly didn't magically appear out of nowhere. I mean, people tried to combine other ingredients with other things just to test and to see, and they didn't give up on those trials and errors. They finally figured it out. That's how we got all these recipes today. And I don't know what else to talk about other than Job Corps. Like I said before, it's a lot like high school, but at the same time, it's not. I mean, depending on the center, and it's actually proven that Wolf Creek Job Corps is actually the number one best center to go to if you want success, because there's no cell phone service up there whatsoever. You're in the mountains, in the middle of nowhere, in forests. And, well, you actually have to be sociable. You actually have to talk instead of doing all this stupid nonsense of, hey, what's your number? And then texting each other and talking through text messages. No. When you get a job, your boss is not going to do that. You can't do that. I mean, drive through. Let's say that I'm working at Taco Bell. Hello, welcome to Taco Bell. This is Jacob speaking. How may I help you? Be energetic, be proud, be happy. Whereas with someone that just says probably like, hello, welcome to Taco Bell. Jacob, this is Jacob speaking. How may I take your order? You don't even sound happy or excited or anything. You're just like, meh, I'm here just because I'm here. You're not going to walk into a working place and be like, hey, do you have a job? I need a job. Can you give it to me, please? No, you need to show that you've actually done that part. And Job Corps is going to give you that. Now then, I'm not sure if other centers have other trades or not, but I know that Wolf Creek has culinary, CCL, which is construction, carpentry, business, welding, cement, forestry, which is firefighting, And I think that's about it. And I can tell that there was an Wolf Creek Job Corps, but that's just Wolf Creek. That's not other centers. I don't know any other centers than Wolf Creek. Now, I'll be honest, a part of me wanted to go back to Tucson, but I didn't because that I have family here. And sure, I was able to see my best friend and all, but if I go on Weekend Pass, which is what I'm doing right now, is I'm on Weekend Pass, is that they'll send me back to where I came from, and frankly, if I go to Tucson, I want to see all my old friends, if I can. Like my best friend, Deb, my friend Connor, Maria, Rukia. That's just her nickname, by the way, not her actual name. Um, uh, who else do I have? Who else do I still talk to from my old high school days? There's one guy that I have on Facebook. I've seen him around in the hallways, but we haven't actually met in the hallways. I mean, I've been wanting to talk to him and speak to him. Back then, I was very shy and scared, and I will admit, I kind of sort of had my eye on him. But like before, I was shy, I was scared. But nowadays, being at Wolf Creek, actually having to talk to people and actually having to be sociable. Oh man, I've changed that quite a bit. I mean, I usually stutter a lot, and I will admit I still do, but that's probably because that my mind goes like 5,000 miles a second. Which is why I also need to remember to slow down my thought process, slow down the speed of how I talk, and to think clearly. Which is what I'm doing right now. And ironically, best time for me to speak clearly is when I'm actually tired and very sleepy. I will admit, a part of me wants to know how I would talk when I'm flying a kite, if you know what I mean. But at Job Corps, if you, they do drug tests, and with this being my very first weekend pass, no thank you. Plus, also, I don't smoke either. I mean, sure, there was something I've ever done so far as vape, though, but still. I mean, I don't vape anymore. I mean, haven't vaped in a few months, so, I'll live. I mean, I don't use nicotine at all. If you're going to vape, I strongly encourage you not to use nicotine because that, if your doctor says, hey, stop vaping, then it'll be a lot more easier for you to stop vaping if you're addicted to it, just by the flavors and by the part. I mean, it'd be a lot more easier. If you have nicotine inside of it, it'd be a lot more harder. Because that, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but basically tobacco reacts to a chemical inside of our body. It gives you a slight high, not a big one, just like a very, very slight high. And that's what your body wants from it every single time, every single day. I mean, I also do a little bit of sketching. I mean, there's some little place at Job Corps called the Smoke Shack. That's where everyone that smokes goes to smoke. I mean, I can see a smoke elemental coming from the smoke shack. And every time when someone comes over to smoke, I can see it taking a part of its body, splitting itself, and putting it on or putting it inside of that person. And every time when they go over there, the eyes change the color of the elemental. And then it takes off some more parts of its body, puts it back inside of them again, and it keeps on doing that every single time, every single day. And then their outside appearance starts to look really nasty, gross, black, pure black, tar, sticky, gooey, runny. That's what I honestly see there. as far as being an artist goes. And Wolf Creek is supposed to be the safest center as well. Because I know that there's one in LA, and LA is one of the biggest cities in the US, I think, other than New York and Las Vegas. I mean, I don't know what the safest, I don't know what the most dangerous center is that Wolf Creek has, but I do know what the safest center is here in Oregon. Well, Roseburg, Oregon specifically. Roseburg is the small little town that's right outside of I can't remember the name of the town though. But right next to Roseburg is Glide, and that's the boonies of Roseburg. When I came here to Oregon to rebuild that relationship with my father, and I think that I got it, and I think that I got it back. I mean, my dad has some real mental health issues. I'm not gonna get too personal, but basically, I rebuilt that relationship. We know that I still could, and strongly encourage everyone to do that with whatever family member that they may have as well, that they might not exactly get along with. Because once they're gone, guess what? They're gone. You can never have that closure. You can never have that "I'm sorry, can you forgive me?" You will never have those last words. You will live with that regret for the rest of your life. I mean, personally, I haven't had that happen to me yet, and I don't want it to happen. I've had family and friends that has happened to them, and they regret it every single day. And it kills them every single day, it eats them up. It pains them, it hurts them. I mean, it just breaks your heart every single day. To the point where it makes you want to cry. I mean, it just slowly eats you up, and it slowly kills you on the inside. I mean, I don't know what it could possibly lead to for people personally or anyone, but still, I know what it does because I see it in my mom. Because that when her mother left, they had a little argument about something, and my mom is regretting the very thing that she could not be able to say. Mom, I'm sorry. My grandmother left on the day, and on the next morning when my mom was going to call her and say, "Hey, Mom, I'm sorry and I love you. Can you forgive me?" She wasn't able to have that closure. She wasn't able to have those final words. And she wasn't able to do that with her sister and my aunt, which was Rachel, my aunt Rachel. They had a little argument about something as well, and again, my mom wasn't able to have that "I'm sorry, can you forgive me, I love you," and that eats her up every single day. And that's why I strongly encourage people to go out there, talk to their loved ones, and say, "I'm sorry, can you forgive me? Can we please have that relationship back once again?" Because once they're gone, no second chances whatsoever. I'm Christian, so I believe that you can be able to have that again when it's time for you to go as well, and you go up to heaven with God, and you see each other again. Well, assuming that they live that kind of life. I mean, I don't know who lives that kind of life though, but all I can do is simply hope and pray that for everyone, whether if I know them or not. Just like I will admit, I strongly encourage people to smoke cannabis that has cancer because I had a friend. He only had 1 month to live. Guess what? He survived. He won. He won. Do you know how? marijuana. I mean, I encourage people to do it for medical purposes, not to get that high, not to get that rush. But the only thing that I can do is just simply look there, be disappointed, if I know them anyway. But I'll get what I'm trying to say. And like I said before, my videos are not edited. And if somebody doesn't like my videos, say something, put a dislike. Maybe I might change if I agree with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and go right now. Talk to you guys later. Again, I hope that someone starts to view my videos a little more. And like I said before, I will get deep and personal like how I did in this video. Or I just might end up going on ahead and doing game tutorials as well if I can. If I can figure out how to do them from whatever I'm playing on. Like for example, I'm playing a video game on my TV, and if I can figure out how to get that video on my, if I can to record that on my TV, then that's what I'll do. If I'm on my computer playing a game, then again, I'll record it meanwhile playing that game, and I'll having that small little screen if I can. I'm next to it, covering, I'm seeing more of the game than of me. And sorry for the delay. I'm not sure how often I'll be able to repost videos again. And I'll talk to you guys later. Again, if you liked the video, please leave a like and leave a comment if you have one. If you didn't, thumbs down. And if you have something to say about that too, go ahead and put it down. I just might take your suggestion. Talk to y'all later. Have fun. Bye.